What's going on, guys? Kulprit here, and welcome to a new Let's Play series. We're going to kick off of an old game, of an old stalwart of this channel, game I love, RimWorld, as you can see right in front of you. Could have told by the thumbnail and the title, of course. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We had a real bad fail on my part in the last series. I'll get into that a little bit later, hopefully. Basically, I messed up. I misread some patch notes, and that's how we handled the Manhunter pack. Terribly, terribly wrong. But that's RimWorld, and you learn through failure, and it's part of the reason why I love it. Every time I fail, I get like reinvigorated. I'm like, game, you're not conquered yet. I'm going back at you. It took everything I could do not to just fire up another Let's Play season. As soon as that colony failed and just keep playing, I literally had to get up, walk away, and take a break because I wanted to let you guys catch up on the series. I'm always like probably min-max, 10 episodes ahead of you guys or something like that. So I wanted to let you guys catch up, see how that series ended before we got into another one. Now, I mentioned that maybe I would try to do a colony and then caravan to the old base and stuff, but as the emotions have cooled on that, I've decided I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I wasn't that crazy about the base, to be honest, and it was taking a long time. But I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to just start up another one and go and just kind of do same old, if you will. Especially since there hasn't really been a patch here in between. There hasn't really been any big additions to just mix the game up. So we're going to do something different for me especially. We're going to do a tribal run. I've never done a tribal run. Let me repeat that, guys. I've never done tribal. I've always just kind of done the Crash Colonists. I don't even think I've done a Wealthy Explorer. I might have done that like when it first came out, but I didn't really enjoy that. We might actually do one of those later. Maybe Ice Sheet, Wealthy Explorer, see if we can do that. Maybe that would put that little idea aside for another day. But we're going to do a tribal here. And while I kind of understand the differences on paper and in theory, I don't understand the ramifications of that. I'm a little nervous to do this because this could very easily be a 5-episode Let's Play and just be a misery of failure. But that's kind of fun, and I thought you guys might find it interesting. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to try it, if not a little nervous and scared to do it in front of all you folks. But let's be honest here, there's not a lot of all you folks, so we're okay. Without further ado, I don't want to kind of talk too long, as I'm prone to do. We're doing this one by the seat of my pants. I don't have this overarching plan. Like last series, I did a whole single first episode on what my plan was, and I designed this whole base out beforehand. We're not doing that here. Well, I got one little idea, basically, is we're going to go tribal startup. With that, we're going to do kind of a traditional village, I think. I might be nerfing myself a little too much. You guys tell me, of course. Let me say that right now. Let me just interject, say, if you guys have experience with tribals, even if you don't, if you're just an experienced RimWorld player, please feel free to give me any suggestions, tips, anything based on your experiences down below in the comments. I will be reading them all. I do plan to make a lot of mistakes. I'm going to apologize ahead of time now if you guys are like raging at me through the screen, because I do that sometimes when I'm watching someone play a game I love, and they're just making boneheaded mistake after boneheaded mistake. That is going to happen. So at least stick around to see what the repercussions of those actions are, I suppose. But seriously, just feel free to give me any feedback, any discussion down below. Debate me on anything I'm doing. Tell me I'm doing something dumb. I've got thick skin. I'm a big boy. That's really the reason I share this stuff with you guys, is to open that dialogue. Speaking of dialogue, this time we're going to kick off naming our 5 colonists. We got 5 here in the tribal start, not just the normal 3. So I went through the comments of my previous RimWorld Let's Play, and I just grabbed a couple dudes out that were commenting and supporting pretty good, and I just do this as a way to show you guys I appreciate that support. I'm actually going to lead off here with Alchemist. Mr. Earth Alchemist in the comments. I do appreciate it. I believe you commented on just about every video in that series, dude, and I can't thank you enough, tell you how much I appreciate that as a small YouTuber, especially when that lost momentum is restarting now. It really helps me to get any little comment, any little thumbs up. It just helps me kind of get that traction and start seeing YouTube go, oh, wait, this guy's active again, and he's actually getting some pretty good feedback on his little videos. Really appreciate that. Welcome aboard. I just shortened it to Alchemist instead of Earth Alchemist, and I kind of stuck you on who I'm kind of planning on being my healer, because I've Alchemist healer. I don't know, it's the closest kind of jump there. I actually did not re-roll any of these guys. I kept them because of a couple of reasons. I'll get into that after I go into the names. These guys are all pretty much stock. The next one will go left to right then. Mr. Dub, thank you so much, man. Longtime buddy, Mr. Dub, Mr. Jouette, longtime supporters of the channel, and now personal friends through the channel. We play a lot. You, of course, you both, I'll just lump you together because, veterans get that treatment over here. You are going to be, I don't know if I really, you're a psychopath, which I love, because I assume we might have to turn to cannibalism at some point. I'm keeping that option open, guys. And you're going to be the guy that probably hacks up the bodies. You're kind of a jack of all trades. You have a lot of flames. You have nothing you can't really do. You're just a good quality grunt. which is going to be probably very, very valuable to me. And we'll jump over here to Jouettes. You are kind of you're another psychopath, loving it, loving the psychopath. You're a little bit of a loose cannon though, which is kind of the total opposite of what you prove to be in real life, but where you're super reliable, volatile. But it should be fun. Like I thought about changing this guy. I thought about reshuffling him, but you know what? Especially because he can't clean, he can't haul, he can't do plant work. I'm not so high on you, Jouettes. So watch your back. I'm watching you. But, I kind of felt like I wanted to keep it standard. I wanted to roll with the punches. I wanted to kind of roll with what the game gave me. Because sometimes that just makes the best story. And it makes it just so much more rewarding. It's going to make it more frustrating. It's going to make it more difficult. But I'm hoping it's going to make, like, these real relationships. Like, these are real people. They have pros. They have flaws. They have strengths and weaknesses. And we're going to see. You see, maybe by episode 5, I'll be cussing Jouettes and saying I should have re-rolled you. But, hey, whatever. We're going to live with that decision. I'm envisioning you being, like, my hunter. I don't know if you're good. Now I'm like, oh man, you can't haul. So you can't even haul back the stuff you kill, I don't think. That's going to be interesting. So we'll see. You can do a little research too. I just noticed that. Mostly going to be my soldier. You're going to be the guy I'm going to give him the best weapon to kind of thing, which kind of means you're expendable. I hope you don't take offense to that. One of the reasons why I put you on here, Jouettes, because I know you won't take offense if you die in episode 1. Beyond him, we're going to go to Alistair. You have commented on a bunch, man. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. You are neurotic, steadfast, and a hard worker. That's just some good qualities. It makes you a little sensitive to mental breaks here, which I'm not crazy about, but at least you give me some added work. You're going to be my mule. You're going to be my worker. You're going to be the guy that does all kinds of stuff. I envision you're going to do some construction. You're going to do some cook. I don't even know. You're just going to fill roles. You're definitely probably going to be my constructor. You're just going to do a lot of things. You're going to be my merchant / craftsman / just all around jack of trades. Like, you can see what I went for. I went for jack of trades, like guys that aren't limited really in anything else, but can do a lot of different things. Because I feel like we're gonna need that. And Radirez, you as well. You commented on a couple recently, so I added you on. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support. You are a brawler, which is a little interesting. Normally, I would re-roll a brawler, but I'm thinking with the tribals that might not be the case. I might have to rely on some brawling. So I figured, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. Oh, come on, just sneeze or don't. Anyway, it seems to have gone away. So a nice little melee score here. Figured that could help me out, at least in the beginning. You've also got double passion for mining, so you're going to be my miner. I'm sure we will dig into a mountain or two, if we even have them. I don't even know. I'll speak to that in a minute. But I figured that was a good skill to have. Again, nice flames of passion here a little bit. You can't care. No big deal. Well, it might be a big deal if my doctor dies, I suppose. But if my doctor dies, I've probably got bigger problems. Nice little Optimus buff here. One of the things I did like is they all have relationships, which give me a nice little buff. You know, you can see Dubs is into Alchemist. That's it? I thought I had 3. Oh, I guess I don't. I thought I had 3 of those, but that's a nice little buff to have. I do worry that I got some malnutrition, but I'm assuming as soon as we get there and they eat something, we'll be okay. I don't know. We'll see. That could be a fatal flaw. Let me speak to the map. I believe this is on rough difficulty. It's not on the hardest. I figured I just didn't want to do that to myself. I didn't want to throw myself totally into the lava, not just the flames. Seeing as I don't really know what the heck I'm doing here with a tribal start. We're going to do a temperate forest biome. I wanted to, again, give myself some chances. I'm normally a tundra / ice sheet guy, but again, doing a tribal for the first time, I figured wood's going to be super important. And I wanted to, instead of just doing, the orc Helm's Deep design into the mountain like I always do, could I think maybe like a little fort, a little village surrounded by a wooden palisade with wooden huts. We'll change the stone if we get to it, so just to avoid fire and things like that. But a little village in the middle of the map with some walls and maybe some defensive points. And that's the grand idea. As you know, the best laid plans don't usually survive first contact or something like that. There's some saying there, the best strategy doesn't last after the first punch to the mouth. I don't know. I'm not a quote guy. But that's the idea as we're sitting here before I go into the game. So here we go. We're going to hit start. I think I've covered most of it. Generating the map, we're going to take a look at it. I believe it's the large map version, the bigger of the 2 options of the large map. I don't recall. I usually like to play larger map. Obviously, it gives you more resources. Gives you a little bit of a warning when bad guys come. It can be frustrating in the beginning because, when drop pods or resources drop down, it can be hard to go get them, especially in cold weather, and you're just going to have to kind of leave them. But as long as you can discipline yourself that way, it won't be too bad. The gods are very angry. The blood machines came at night. They swept through your village, cutting and burning your people with their blades and devil fire. Only a few of you escaped. Now, after a harrowing journey on foot, with no close friends to turn to, you must build a new home in the wilderness, like your ancestors did. What are the blood machines? Swept through your village, cutting and burning. Are those mechs? Is that what we're getting at? But blood machines, I mean, are those just other people, maybe? I don't know. That's interesting. I've never played Tribal. I didn't realize it was this change in lore, if you will. So the gods are angry. We're the last survivors of our old ancestral colony. We got to start anew. Much the same. Oh, I didn't even think about that. You've given us some animals. Interesting. So this is pemmican. I feel like we're going to rely a lot on pemmican. I'm just looking around, seeing what we got here. We've got... what is that? Mega Sloth. That's new to me. We're cruising. We'll see what we've got here. Anything of note? A boom rat. Those are always tricky, especially when if I'm gonna have melee guys. Okay. So again, I'm gonna try to kind of. This is a giant map. What map did I pick? Holy crud. Okay, so a turkey. Okay, a couple turkeys. Resources shouldn't be a problem because I picked the mega map. I'm not sure exactly what we picked here. Is there a way to show you guys? So we've got Cassandra Classic on rough. I was gonna do intense. I don't really like to do extreme too much unless I'm potentially specifically going for that. I did intense the other time and I wasn't that crazy about it. So we're just gonna do rough right now. If it proves to be too easy, we can always bump it up. Does it show where I can show you the map? I don't know if it can. Maybe I can't now. I felt like I could, but okay, maybe not. Show animal names? No, I don't even know what that was. Okay, it's a big map, as you guys can see. All right, so one of my concerns, we've got some buffaloes. That's good for food. I want to find some geothermals. I know we won't need them for a while. Like this is good soil here, right? Mud. Oh, that might not be what I'm looking for. Soil, rich soil. So this is some, I'm looking for rich soil because obviously crops are going to be a concern. All right. Ideally, I'd like to find a couple geothermals that I can build buildings around and give me some heat. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm probably overthinking it, but I'm very nervous about failing in front of you guys. This might not be a bad spot here. I've got a geo here that I can build a little hot shed. I've got a geothermal here. This actually looks like yeah, this is rich soil. So maybe we're gonna go over here. A little building there. It's a little close to the edge though. I've never paid too much attention to rich soil, so this is kind of new. Little watering hole. I'm trying to think about where our village should be. I wish we had a little bit more water features. I probably should have looked for a seed, huh? If we're gonna make something cool like that. But let's save the good seed for when I know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. Oh, what is this? Rough. That's water. All right. Let's make a decision here. First decision is gonna be. Let's see. I'm just looking for. I got a geo here. A geo here. If I can find another geo, I might tip discuss. But what I'm basically trying to decide, I'm thinking right in here might be the best spot. We got some rich soil here we can plant on, do our farms. I got the geo here, so maybe like in this bluff here, and then wall around it somehow. But I do get, we're off. Like I feel like this map is big, but then that is getting me very close to the side. I feel like it's way bigger this way. So a geo there. I don't see. I see two, but I don't see a third, unless I'm just missing it. There's some good farming over here, but I don't like to be so close to the edges because I like to have a little warning when bad guys come. That's the basics of it. All right, I think we have to be near the rich soil. I think we do. We got a geo here. We can be right in here. So this is where we're gonna go. We'll build a little shed, build a little lodging around this. This will help heat it. We got some time. We're going into summer, so that's not hugely important, but it's definitely something I want. I don't know how quickly I get into electricity. I don't know how quickly I can get into heating and things, so I want that option where I can build a house around this, and this will heat it. I don't even know how big I need to make it. And then we'll get right into here and planting. We're just going to have to be careful. What I could probably do... Turkeys, huh? Turkeys are everywhere. What we could probably do is build like a wall here. Even a wall here. So that if somebody spawns on this edge, they're going to have to kind of run around. It's going to buy me a little bit extra time. You know, if they spawn here, they'd have to run all the way up here to get around, and that'll buy me a little time. That's probably what we'll do. Again, I'm probably pipe dreaming because you guys are laughing at me like, yo, you think with tribals you're going to be able to do that? All right, we've got what here? We got some jade. We got some metal right in here. And then we can always kind of use this mountain as a kind of fallback bunker vault. But I would like to do a village. So just off the, looking at it quick, do some huts sprawling around the mountain this way. We got the little lake for a body of water. Or maybe we could do it. Yeah, probably do this way. Into this lake over here. Wall around it. Maybe wall just inside it. I don't know. You guys tell me. Let me know, because it's going to be a long time before we get at anything like that. But, a little building here. We can do another building over here if we need it for winter. This way we have options. But without further ado, let's take a look. I don't even know what you get when at the drop. So let's see. We said Jouettes. You're my shooter, right? You're my shooter. You're my special ops guy. You put that on. I believe Dub, you were the other guy, right? You got decent shooting. You got decent melee. What was that? Jouettes, Ramirez. Why does this I keep missing characters somehow? Alchemist. Oh no, I'm not. I'm looking at the wrong. Okay. Rodriguez, you have good melee. You have good melee. Dubs, you don't. All right, so Rodriguez. What do you got? The sphere is. Oh, you got a club. Wow, we got. Okay, got a lot of weapons. It's good. All right, this is a really dumb question. Is sphere melee damage? All right, I didn't even know. What is? Oh, that's a Pila. That's range. That's why this is the Pila, right? Yes. Should I be giving? What do we got? Damage 30, range, and warm up 4. 34, 20. Let's see. What's the bow? Alright, so it's a much better range. So I'm going to stick with Jouettes on that. I think we're going to do Dub. You're the next up. You take the Pila. What do we say? Ramirez? Ramirez. It's going to take me a while to get used to your name. You're going to take the Spear. I think. Right, is that the better weapon? And Alchemist, you will take... you have 8. Alchemist, I'm going to try to... I mean, I know you have a decent... So you take the knife. Where is that? Where's the knife? There you go. You take the knife. I'll start. You take the club. All right, so the first big question we're going to have... Just why didn't you take the weapon I told you to take? Is animals. I mean, I think we're going to have to kill the animals. We might be able to keep the Labrador, right? Isn't that what this is? I don't know. Like, what should I do, guys? Should I keep it or kill it? I'm going to have to make the decision before you guys can chime in, but that's... The animals are just going to eat my food, which is a problem. I don't know if I have enough food to sustain them through. I mean, I don't really have any use for a noisemaker. How appropriate. For a Yorkie, we got some herbal medicine, a little bit, not much. Just got some wood. I pretty much feel like wood is going to be my lifeblood. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up some zones. Stockpile zone. We'll do it kind of down here for now. We're going to end up probably moving this, but... Again, we're thinking a house here. We're going to end up clearing all this. Clear. Cut plants. It's going to be kind of our farmland. Get that. That'll give us some nice... Some wood buildup, I would imagine. We could break this down if we need. We get to get some blocks. That will be farms. I don't know. Like I'm kind of paralyzed by unknownness. That's not even a word. All right, let's just let them start running a little bit. Need warm clothes. We do, huh? Oh, what? Wait, Jouettes, what are you doing? Oh, so we have 2 bows. Okay. I didn't realize we had 2. So we've got you at shooting 6, you shooting 12, you shooting nothing. What do you have? You have the wooden spear. Now you're gonna stay on that. So, Dub, I think I'm gonna put you on the bow. I think. What did I give Jouettes? Do I give him the normal one? Normal. Okay. I think I'm gonna put you on. Like, is the bow better than the Pila? I feel like the bow is better than the Pila. It's got better range anyway, and faster firing. Which, when you're inaccurate, I feel like faster firing is probably pretty good. All right. So I gotta start thinking about it. We gotta. Oh, let's see. Temperature, campfire. Build that over here. I don't know. Seems like we would sleep in here. Yeah, over the stones. Fire safety. Smokey the Bear would be very proud of me. And as we get some wood up here, we'll build that building here. I'm not sure how big to build it. Harvest. Collect some berries. In our immediate vicinity. I gotta do jobs. That's right. I gotta set up the jobs. I really... there's some berries in there. I would rather not do that. But let's set up the work. Alright, everybody can firefight. Everybody can be patient. These are just going to be kind of my basics. We got Alchemist is going to be the doctor. Alistair, you can be a secondary doctor. Everybody else I don't want doing it. Oh, put like 4s in here just in case. Bed rest. That theorizes that we need to add beds. Sure. Everybody can flick switches. And they do them right away. If you're closest, go flick that switch. Especially if you're not doing anything. Alright, so from there, Warden. Alchemist, you're not warden capable? Guess not. So pop you there. I don't know. We're gonna have to redo that. Animal handling. That's you too, Radiers. All right, so take care of the animals. I've not messed with animals much. It kind of came in a patch after I stopped playing a ton, and I just have never gotten into animal like taming, working with animals, nothing. So I'm a little I'm anxious to check it out and try it, but I do say I'm gonna struggle through it. I've tried like adding some animals to my bases, like my big elaborate bases in the late game, and it's never gone very well. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but we'll get into it. So who is gonna cook? Alistar. See, nobody has a huge burning passion for it. All right, because right now I don't really have anything for you to do. You will be my cook. I don't want anybody else doing it. So Jouettes, you will then be. I'm gonna keep it at a 2. Dub. What? Excuse me, dog. What do you want? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Just get up there and be quiet. I swear, you want your phone to ring? You want your dogs to bark? Start a Let's Play, at least in my house. All right, I'd like to get this set up before we end the first episode. Let's see, we got Jouettes and Dub are going to be my hunters. I want to send them out together because I feel like they're going to not have much firepower, so it'll be better to send them together. I do worry that they're going to shoot each other, though, very honestly. You are probably the only guy that can really... So you're going to cook and construct, huh? I might flip these. This might be a bad idea. Dub, you've got some growing. That's good. You're going to be my grower too then. Okay, so... Oh, you have some too? Okay. So we're going to make this one, this 2. That's good. So you'll grow first. If there's anything to do with the grow, you're not going to hunt, but then you'll hunt. Okay. You are my medic, so yeah, well, you can grow second. Food's going to be important. Ready, Rez, you are going to be my warden and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather you warden first. Handling animals, I don't even know. I'll just make that a 2. Everybody else can mine, so for now I'm just going to make it a 4. Plant cutting. Plant cutting... Man, what did I figure out last time? Does it matter? Plant cutting only matters if you literally order them to harvest. It's the only thing that matters. And Dub, you are my grower, right? So we're just going to keep you... I'm just going to keep you as 4. I could probably make 4s on everybody, but for now, let's keep it like that. Actually, I'll give you a 4 on that too, because you can also grow. I don't really want... I feel like the harvest... I feel like the grow skill plays into plant cutting when you tell them to harvest a plant. So I don't want a guy with a 0 growing skill harvesting harvesting the berries, if you will, because I just feel like you're going to get less of a yield. I've never confirmed that. If anybody could tell me from their experience, if they agree with that or disagree, that would be great. All right, we're just going to turn these off for clarity's sake right now. Smithing is something I do want to get into because I do want to make the big bows relatively quick. Crafting, I'm going to just turn this off. We don't have anything to do with that right now. Hauling, this is going to be a big one. Well, might not even be a big one, right? And research will be something I want to get into early, but we're going to leave those off. Hauling 3s. I mean, probably not. I'm just going to send them the 4s. Because the one weird thing that I don't have a balance or a sense of is... I do want to clean a little earlier, though. You're going to grow. All right, so we'll do that as 2. With the added 2 guys, I kind of have a sense in the other ways of, like, what the workforce is like. What a 3-man workforce is like. I don't in this game have any idea what that's like. So, what is our temperature here? 47 degrees. It's a little chilly. It's not too bad. See? I just told you. You got food poisoning from berries. That's interesting. Okay, great. Right, off to a good start. Right out the chute, off to a good start. Got dogs barking, dudes puking. Okay, zone. We're going to do some growing zones. Now, this is going to take some other thought as well. I'm not going to make them so big. Because what I want to do here... What is that, 4 by 13? I mean, I'm going to use all the rich soil. That's kind of what I'm doing here. Yeah, 4 by 13. Let's do it. The idea here is I want a steady... Instead of one big plot where I have one huge harvest, and then I have just tons of food because I can't store it, I want to straddle the... What's the word I'm looking for? That's not what I wanted. I know better than this. Oh, what? I want to kind of stagger. That's the word I'm looking for. Stagger these growing zones so that they come in like differently each time, and then I can. God, what am I doing wrong here? I know there's a trick to this. I always forget how to manage these zones because they're so not intuitive at all. So we're going to do one there. Do one. Wow, I'm like clicking all over now. So we're going to just start with 3 for now. That'll get us started. It might be too much for the workload I have. So this is what I'm talking about. So we've got potatoes. Potatoes are really good. They stay... Where is it? Lifespan, 18.9 days. That's like a season and a half. That's really good. Lifespan, late requirement, max. What is it? Growing time, 3.5 days. Of course, here's my phone going like nuts. It's unbelievable, guys. 3.5 days. So we're going to definitely do that. But what I want to do is... What's the other one? We got potatoes we're going to do corn. Corn stays... Wow. 43 days for corn. Growing time, twice as long. Okay, but that's a really good long lifespan. I'm assuming that means not on the plant, but actually like on the ground. Because again, I don't have refrigeration, so I'm really worried about having too much. Corn, potato. What's the... Was it rice that I wanted? Rice is fast, but I didn't really know. Lifespan 14 days, growing time. Okay. So this is going to be potato because I think potatoes are the quickest we saw, right? Potatoes take 3 days, take 18. So potatoes are going to be here. This guy's going to be rice, and then this big guy is going to be corn. And the hope here is we're going to have these things coming in at different times. So as the potatoes come in, I can tell the guys, you know, make them into meals as much as I can store, or make it into pemmican. Pemmican stores a long time. Once that's kind of processed in and everything's situated and we've ate through a bunch of that, then hopefully the rice comes in and we can do the same thing. And then at the end, hopefully, boom, here comes the corn. The corn's going to stay really good. I don't know. This is my theory. I'm figuring out as I go. Again, all feedback, just, you know, let me know. Like, you don't want to see, I don't want to see this fail. So please let me know down below if I'm doing things right or wrong, if I'm on the right track, or if I'm not thinking of something. Because otherwise, I want to get into research relatively quickly. It's going to take a long time to research my basic things. I would like to get into clothes, obviously, before fall and winter. If I don't, we're in mega trouble. I'm hoping that as far as the raids go, since I'm starting so low on technology and wealth, that if I get a raid or two, it's going to be other tribals, and I can handle that. Again, I'm going to have to micromanage it a lot more. So if I go up against, you know, modern day weapons and stuff, I'm going to be in a bad way. I'm not going to do as much defenses. I might do little walls here or there, just little kind of strategic things, but I'm not going to build this big elaborate base as of yet, because I don't know how this is going to go down. I'm going to have to micromanage. I think in the end, we're going to do, like I said, we're talking about a wall around the village, making a congested choke point so people have to come in, so that'll give my melee guys a chance, because otherwise I'm going to get murdered. I don't know. You can kind of see where my thought process is going. I'm going to sign off this episode here. It's about 27 minutes. That's a long one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're rooting along with me. You're not just rooting for my demise, but I understand if you do. It's about entertainment. Again, let me know down in the comments what you want to see me do with this run, and if I'm making any, like, what you think are my top 3 priorities to kind of focus on here at the jump. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Talk to you next time. Take care.